what you just saw was Darnell Weaver, who is our featured guest here on Wake Up and Live with the Arts today. And Darnell is a consummate viola player and lyricist and composer. So we're going to talk to him for a few minutes about what he has been doing since you saw him on the show not terribly long ago. There have been some new developments, not only with his music, but with his career. So hi again, Darnell.
Hello,
How
Sue.
you doing?
I'm great today.
You're looking great. I love
Thank
your
you.
smile. You're just so lit up, you know, full of energy. Okay, now, since we met before, and you were a guest before, tell me, some changes have happened with you here at Rainey. What was that all about?
Well, you know, everyone who knows me knows my story of Rainey and knows that I've been here since I was 5, and I've come up as a student and a teen assistant and a teacher. Well, recently, I've just been promoted to the administrative side. So now I am the dance program coordinator.
Okay, and what does that mean?
Well, that means I oversee the dance programs here, all of the dance program, anything that has to do with movement at Rainey, I oversee that and, you know, and implement a few different, what's the word?
I don't know what you're going for. What do you want to go for? You implement a few different
curriculums.
Curriculums.
That's the word.
That big word that means the teaching programs, the subjects, the topics that are being offered.
Yes.
Aren't we both great?
Yes, we are. That's why 2 heads are better than one.
Yes.
So yes, that's the new development here at Rainey as far as my career goes here. But I'm, you know, I live at Rainey, so I'm doing everything the same, and not just with dance, but with music as well. And I'm still a conductor for the El Sistema at Rainey Orchestra.
Okay.
And we actually have a gospel concert coming up in October the 17th, where we're going down to Canton and we're going to perform.
Oh my word! Which age group? All the ages?
Oh, just our string orchestra.
Oh, the string
older
orchestra.
group. Yes.
I see. And just in case, for some reason, you don't know Rainey Institute, which is almost impossible to not know, it's located on East 55th, and Rainey is tremendous in its youth and young adult program. Rainey's only 100 years old.
Well, about 110 actually.
Oh, it's even more than I thought. Okay. And so it's housed in this beautiful facility which accommodates a variety of performing arts for youth and young adults, teenagers and young adults. As Darnell was saying, there's dance, there's music such as the viola. And tell us about El Sistema. We haven't talked about that lately.
Oh, well, wonderful. El Sistema is a great program that originated in Venezuela some 35 years ago.
Okay.
And it was brought to Rainey about 5 years ago, and it is geared towards social change through music, and specifically through classical music and an orchestra environment and setting. So here we merged that with our culture here at Rainey, and we have 2 wonderful string orchestras now where they get to go out into the community and perform. This past summer we went out to the libraries, we had shows outside here in our atrium, and we just like to spread that hope, that message of positivity through the arts. And not only that, but to claim back, you know, to take ownership and say music is not, doesn't belong to any one person, but belongs to everyone. So we can do all those things.
As I have said before, music transcends all divisiveness and differences. Music unites everybody, no matter where they're coming from. And you unite folks through your viola and the piece we just heard. Tell us about that composition.
Well, the piece you just heard, because it's so exciting to me, because that's one of my pieces that I'm currently in the process of composing right now. That's just like the underlying theme, like that's just setting the atmosphere, so I couldn't play all the parts for you. But yes, and the name of that piece is called Dichotomy. I started working on that a few months back because I recently performed at Pandemonium.
Okay, yes.
Yes, and
now, let me just
go
say,
ahead.
Pandemonium is the Cleveland Public Theater's annual event where all kinds of arts, performing artists, and it's a grand experience.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes,
So
wonderful.
that's the Pandemonium, and the name kind of gives you an idea of how wild it is because so much stuff
It is
is
so
going
much.
on.
If you do not know, you need to Google it, look it
Yes.
up, come out, because it is a wonderful event. Not only just to party and be entertained, but also networking.
Yes.
There's a lot of who's there, so that's a great, wonderful experience.
So yes, you were at Pandemonium.
But yes, I was at Pandemonium, invited there, and my friend Kevin Marr, who usually takes the lead because he invites me. So this time he said, you know, bro, hey, I think you can go ahead and just choreograph this. And I said, wonderful. So I'm also a dancer, of course, and a violist. And I wanted to bring the two together. And in the state of where our society is with what's happening in our communities and in our culture and the black community, I wanted to show, as opposed to talk, about how we can be an impactful change. And so Dichotomy came about because I wanted us to take a look at not just society but ourselves, to see the position that's juxtaposed to one another, and also the views of others, and to be able to see that a lot of things are just two sides of the same coin.
Yes. And what is that expression? No matter how flat a pancake, it's got two sides.
Exactly,
You know?
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's where Dichotomy came about, and then the structure of the song, it just really changes between two different chords and two different keys, which is
Okay.
really what it is. It's very simplistic, but just with a lot of rhythm, intricate rhythms and things and harmonies, which is what makes the dichotomy beautiful as opposed to separate. So that's how that piece came about, and it's still coming along. And my dream is for the end of this year for our orchestra here, El Sistema, to play it.
Okay, I was just going to ask you, what was the end date, end target, you know, what about
It's for our spring concert, so
Okay.
it's next year.
Now, will the other students be learning the piece as well, or will this be your solo?
Oh no,
piece?
that's
Yeah.
this is for the, actually I want to encompass all of the aspects that we have here. So not just the children, but I also am writing a part for the teachers to perform alongside the children as
Okay,
well.
yes.
So it'll be intricate, more down to the simplistic parts, so everyone can participate. Because I feel we need intergenerational learning.
Oh, heavens, yes.
So this is my trying to chip away at the old block, and this is
Yes.
just me trying to do my part.
Hot dog. And what comes to you that made you start creating this piece? What did you sit down one day and say, I have to do a piece on dichotomy? Or I'm inspired by, oh, I'm touching my microphone. Mr. Our videographer will kill me. You know, how did you get inspired to start creating this piece?
Honestly, so I don't watch cable television anymore. I don't have cable or satellite, and it's been that way for some years now. However, I am immersed in social media because that's where I go to get my news and things
I
like
just
that.
learned that you are a millennial.
Yeah.
Because you guys, you know, with your they don't call them telephones.
Cell phones.
Cell phone.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Well, and for a while I fought that too, but now that's you got to learn how to use it, because I used to be one to get upset with other people using power in the wrong way, but the power is there, so how can I get upset when they're using it and I'm not taking advantage of it myself?
Yes.
So this is what I'm doing. So again, I get up every morning, you know, after saying my prayers and doing my morning ablutions, which is cleansings and washings.
Sure.
I look on, you know, social media, and I go on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all those things, as well as Google. But I saw a lot of videos of sadness and hatred, and how people want to combat hatred with more hatred,
Oh,
and how
God,
they want to
yes.
combat segregation with more segregation. And that, to me, was again the same thing, the two sides of one coin. So if I am saying that I don't want you to hate me, and I don't want you to look at me a certain type of way, but I try to teach you how not to hate me by turning around and looking at you the same type of way, or turn around and hating you. You know, I just couldn't see that, and it was hurting me to see how we were hurting ourselves.
We humans are the most dangerous people, and we do more damage to each other than some of the most vicious four-legged animals out there. And on a side note, right now, I don't follow the politics particularly, but I do see just enough to see, like you say, ugly begetting ugly, and denigrating folks and folks who are, you know, different from each other, but yet we're all the same.
Exactly.
Because I have just determined that I'm going to promote that there's only one race,
Come on,
human race,
come on,
and all the rest is colors. Some man somewhere in history just made up colors, which are not race. So if we are all part of the human experience, the human race, that's all there is. You know. So when it comes to your viola, I'm going to quit my soapbox.
Come on, come on.
When it comes to viola, do you teach the children the technical stuff, what a bow is made of, and et cetera, et cetera?
Yes, actually, that's how you pull the students in, because they get really interested in the how-tos and the why-fors. They just want to know. Children just ask questions. What's this? Why you do that? Why you do that?
Yeah.
And I have answers, so I love to tell them. So yes, I definitely tell them that this is bow, and I ask them, guess what? Can you guess what this is made of? And then once they find out how organic it is, they become more interested. Like, this is made of horsehair, this is made of, you know, woods and different type of tree, different types of wood, and that the strings used to be made from animal intestines. So
I
they
forgot
still,
that.
yeah, there still are
that.
some that still prefer that original gut core, because they sound so great, but they just die quickly. So,
have you ever touched a Stradivarius?
I have touched a Stradivarius. I have gotten a chance to play one before.
Wow.
But clearly it wasn't mine. It was a member of a famous quartet, and I think it was on loan to her, actually, because hers was in the shop. But it was and the sound is so amazing.
Yes.
You know, and it's the more they age, the better the sound. It's just a beautiful thing, because it's an investment.
Oh,
it's not just
heavens,
a one-time thing, so it increases in value with age.
As time goes by.
Exactly.
Because what was it, the 1600s or the 1700s? Mr. Stradivarius got busy building.
I think it was in late 16, 17,
Yeah. And there are a few still around, and they are still just as precious as whatever the most precious metal or anything can possibly be.
Yes.
One of the things, before we quit for today, I shouldn't say quit, stop for today, is the thing about Rainey, which is so impressive. If you haven't been to one of the concerts, or your kids are not enrolled in, you know, one of the classes, this is primarily a minority organization in terms of its approach to minority folks. And to see young black boys and males playing violas and violins and cellos, and they're not out in the streets, they're here getting the art, the discipline, and all that stuff is so fascinating, and I'm just mesmerized when I see the youngsters performing and in rehearsal as well. So there's not enough that can be said about Rainey's musical programs, the dance programs, the performing arts programs, like you say, curriculum.
Yes.
In terms of what each subject, you know, is teaching. How long? I forgot. How long have you been now the head of the dance division?
Honestly, this September is my first month. I just started.
Oh, you're brand new.
I'm brand new.
You're still wet behind the ears.
With the title, yes.
Yes.
But as far as doing the work, I've been doing the work.
Well,
So.
darling, I'm so happy that we had you on the show again.
Yes, me too.
And what I'd like to do is have us close out with just a piece of something else that you have done. And we probably will fade out to it, but your music is so enlightening and universal that I just need to hear another piece
Wonderful.
of it.
I do have another piece that I'm working
Hot
on
dog,
too, so I
until
got you.
we meet again.
Yes.
Okay, Darnell Weaver, and what's the name of this piece?
This one doesn't have a name yet.
Nameless piece.
Yes,
Yes, nameless. Okay. we're going to watch Darnell close us out with this nameless piece.